Hello my boys, good morning! Today I'll show you some shortcuts, tips and tricks for Sanctums that will allow you to become a better Sanctum runner. So enough talking my boys, let's jump into it right now. On floor 2 there is a room called Gauntlet. Here you can skip half of the room very easy, look what I'm doing. After you avoid the first fireballs, there is a small gap here that you can jump it. And this will allow you to skip half of the room. Man, this is very easy. Okay, let's see this in action again, so you get the idea. So you enter the room, you will see the fireballs, you skip them, and then you'll see that small gap. So you don't need to complete the whole room, you just jump that small area and you'll be fine. Okay, you'll be safe, you will save your resolve and you'll have a good time. Here we are on floor 4 in the room called Entombment. Here is what not to do. So don't do what I'm doing here. In the first run, I will show you what not to do. So many new players, they try to avoid the fireballs, they will get hit multiple times. Sometimes they will lose a lot of resolve. Look, so don't do it like this. Okay, this was what not to do. Yeah, and now I'll show you what to do, how to do it the right way. Yeah. So you will enter and you will have some totem skills with you. Now I'm playing a build that naturally spawns totems. Look what I'm doing. Make sure that you first kill that guard. There will be a guard there, you always kill it. And now look what I'm doing. I will use the totems as a shield to block those fireballs. I'm advancing and I'm placing the totems. We'll just focus on one row. Look, we will have more fireballs here and the same strategy again. I will go and place the totems ahead and they will detonate without losing resolve. This is the best trick that you can do here. Look, and room is completed. This is a nice trick that you need to know. My boys, now I'll show you what to do in case you're not playing a natural totem build. Here I'm playing Shrapnel Ballista, so of course I have a lot of totems. But let's say you play brands, for example. You go to Lily and you will buy this, which is the best. Which is the best totem, which is called Searing Bond. Yeah, this one. No, James Bond, Searing Bond. Close enough. And what's good about this totem, it's you can place it from afar. Look. Yeah? And you will place this instead. Let's say you have a brand skill or whatever you build you play. You'll put this. Well, pretty nice, pretty sexy. Now let's move on. Before engaging with Lycia, you want to prepare your skills. So here I will summon in advance all my totems, so I get all my bonuses. If you have brands, you will summon your brands. So you need to summon your brands or totems in advance, so you're getting ready. So don't engage the boss directly. My boys, here is another trick that you need to know. In your runs, you will find a lot of magic relics. Some of them are junk. Here are some junk relics, here and here. But you always pick them up because you can vendor 5 to 1. Look what I'm doing. So these are shit relics that are not expensive. And you can vendor them 5 of the same type and the vendor will give you another one. Okay, let's take this also. 3, 4, 5. What I like to do when I have multiple ones, I'll go to a vendor, sell them 5 to 1. Okay, and see what we get. Some of these magic relics can be very expensive. Okay, and you price check. If you don't know, you just use your price checker. This is interesting. Let me think. I also look at the days. Yeah, if you're not sure, don't lose time. You'll just put it here. Maybe, look, for example, this I will force my luck 1.5 divines. Why not? As you can see, I have multiple relics even here. Let's try to vendor some more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Why not? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now let's vendor them and see what we get. So always pick all the relics that you find and put them in special tabs, because you can find some really expensive ones. Especially those with merchant options or room reveals. Yeah. Then I want to try it again. This is also fun. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3. I learned to count, 4, 5. Okay, these are the last ones and we move on. Okay, you sell everything. Okay, let's see what we get. No, no, no. Pretty shit. Yeah, okay, let's move on. Okay, my boys, now let's talk about the boons and afflictions that you will find in Sanctums. Here are the best boons that you can take in my opinion. Let's zoom in a little. Ornate Dagger is the best one. It will make you deal more damage, so the bosses and the masters will die faster. Sanguine Vial, it's similar to Ornate Dagger. Masters will have less life, meaning that you will kill them faster. This one will give you 150 to maximum resolve. You look, if you have a little resolve, of course you will take this one. Wooden Effigy, it's also great if you have low resolve. So it will make you stay longer in the run. And I like to take Scrying Crystal. This is very useful. Okay, now let's talk about the worst afflictions. First of all, I don't like Golden Smoke because you cannot see the rewards. So let's say you have a Mirror of Kalandra or a Diviner, you will not see it. So try to avoid it at all costs. Also, Deceptive Mirror, it's a pain. Again, imagine having a Mirror of Kalandra and you get teleported to the wrong room. And you lose a mirror and you will feel miserable, trust me. Here is another shitty one. When you get an affliction, you get one more. This affliction can be Deceptive Mirror of Golden Smoke. Yeah. And Dark Pit, I hate it because in Sanctums there are a lot of traps and they give increased resolve, so you will end the run very fast. So try to avoid these four in this order. Again, Golden Smoke is the shittiest, Deceptive Mirror it's pretty shit, Accursed Prism it's okay but it's shit, and Dark Pit. Rest are fine to take. Now depends on your build, but most Sanctum runners try to avoid these afflictions here. Now I have here some rooms. Okay, so here are all the rooms in Sanctums. Try to avoid the ones which I circled in red. So on floor 3 you'll have Inferno, that room that has a lot of meteors that fall on your ass. Okay, so here you can lose a lot of resolve, especially if you're a new player. So until you get more experience in running Sanctums, you should avoid this room. On floor 4 again we have Desecrated Crypt, which is a pain. Those lasers that can hit you pretty often. Also you have that meteor room. That's why you need to practice. I told you already, if you're a new Path of Exile player, try to do some Sanctums run so you're prepared for the next league. Because Sanctums, it's more about skill, not the build. Okay? So players think that the build is everything. No. You need a lot of map awareness, you need a lot of skill, you need to get familiar with all the rooms and all the afflictions and the boons. If you don't know this, you can end the run pretty fast. And a lot of players, they lose on floor 4 and floor 3. Basically, they wasted their times in the Sanctums. That's why you need to practice, to practice, to practice. I can do Sanctums on shitty builds, okay, with shitty builds, shitty items. But it's all about practice. The build is not everything, it's also about practice. If you can, try to avoid these rooms again. On floor 3, Inferno. On floor 4, Desecrated Crypts. A good Sanctum runner will pay attention to the room types also. Here we have Entombment. Here it's that part with fireballs. But I've shown you in this guide how to do it properly if you spawn your totems. So it's not a big problem if you know how to do it. Okay, let's move on. Okay, my boys, I need to remind you that on my channel I have multiple Sanctums videos, very useful. Especially this one where I talk about all the Sanctum strategies and farming methods. Here you have timestamps where you can see the relics in action. So with explanation you can see the relics in action. Here is for the reveal relics, here is for the merchant relics, here is for the quantity relics. Here I explain how to buy budget alternatives for your relics, which are very effective. And here the best relics for new Path of Exile players that want to farm Sanctums. Yeah, until they get a lot of experience. So you want to see this video here if you're interested in doing Sanctums. It's pretty nice. I'll put it towards the end in the description of the video and in the comments. Okay, my boys. Towards the end I want to show you a nice league start Sanctum runner. So as you know, I love Siege Ballista and Shrapnel Ballista. I've played this build for more than 3 years. And here I worked on a league start scenario Sanctum runner with Siege Ballista, which is a very cheap build. And let's do now a few rooms. This is a sneak peek because I will release the video in 1 week. Okay, let's go to the Sanctum. This is very cheap. This is a very cheap build. As you can see, I don't have a lot of dexterity. The items are easy to get. So all these items here on League Start are very easy to get, very common, very cheap. Yeah, and I will explain everything in that video, but this is a sneak peek. Here it's a 5-link setup. I'm not using a 6-link, it's a 5-link. Okay, this I wanted to tell you. I'm not using anything expensive here. You know, it's just a basic setup, and I did some changes that I will address. Now let's open a tome. Yeah. If you run item level 74, 75, 76, this build destroys them, as it is. But I will take item level 83. One moment, let's do this. Of course, when you will run, you will have a 6-link and better items, but I will show you how great it is with few dexterity. Enough talking, my boys, let's open it. This is a sneak peek. Let's see, we remove this, we put item level 83, And we hit it! The relics are also important. You want those relics that recover resolve when you kill a boss. And let's start. Let's do some rooms.
I'm a sexy Templar. Ooh, I'm so sexy. I come on my siege ballista. Oh, hey. I'm so hot. A very hot Templar, ready to unzip my pants away. I ride on my siege ballista today. Oh,